For years, Barcelona lived in two worlds. On one side, Xavi brought respect back to the club. He gave La Masia graduates confidence, trusted young stars, and delivered a La Liga title when many had written Barça off. His football had ideals of control, patience, and the old Barça DNA. For a time, it worked. But beneath the success, cracks spread. In Europe, the Champions League turned into a nightmare. Twice, they couldn't even make it out to the quarterfinal stage. When they finally returned, they stumbled again, unable to survive the pressure of the very best. The midfield looked light, the attack too predictable, and the defense shaky under fast transitions. Injuries exposed the lack of depth, and suddenly the project looked fragile. Supporters respected Xavi for his service, but frustration grew. The truth was clear. Barcelona were not yet built to suffocate Europe's best. They were surviving, not dominating. Something had to change. Enter Hansi Flick. A man who doesn't just coach football, he transforms it.
The philosophy they have, it's similar like mine, so ball possession and really attacking football. These are the things I love, and I will work about that.
His track record spoke loudly. Treble with Bayern Munich, records of pressing intensity, ruthless efficiency. But this was not Germany, not Bayern. This was Barcelona, fragile, uncertain, but loaded with raw talent. From the first training session, players knew things had changed. Flick's philosophy is built on compactness, a high defensive line, relentless pressing, and immediate transitions. He drilled the team to hunt in packs. If the ball is lost, win it back in 3 seconds. Training was short but explosive. Sessions focused on distances, pressing traps, and vertical speed. Every run mattered. Every press was a trigger. Within weeks, the difference was visible. The team stopped retreating and started suffocating. Defenders pushed higher, midfielders pressed braver, forwards attacked wider. Barcelona's shape was no longer passive. It was aggressive, hungry. Opponents who once had time to breathe found themselves boxed in. For the first time in years, Barcelona looked like a machine again. The results soon followed. Flick's Barcelona were not just playing better, they were dominating. They swept through Spain, winning every domestic trophy on offer: La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Supercopa. In the league, their pressing suffocated teams. In the cup, their depth and intensity overwhelmed rivals. Camp Nou sang again, not with nostalgia, but with belief. And in Europe, for the first time in years, Barcelona made a deep run. They stormed through the group stage, eliminated big names, and reached the Champions League semi-final. The roar felt like the old days. But against Europe's finest, the cracks appeared. One missed chance here, one mistimed step in the high line there, and the dream collapsed. They fell just short of the final. It was progress, yes, but also pain. Flick had proven his system could carry Barcelona back to the top level, but not yet to the summit. One of the most remarkable chapters of this rebuild came between the posts. When Marc-Andre ter Stegen suffered a long-term injury, Barcelona turned to Wojciech Szczęsny. At first, many thought his career was winding down, but instead, he found a second life in Catalonia. From retirement whispers to starting in one of Europe's biggest clubs, he became the unlikely savior, guiding the backline with experience, composure, and reflexes when the team needed stability. Szczęsny had steadied the ship, but time waits for no one. As he grew older, the club had to think ahead. That is why they moved decisively this summer, signing Joan Garcia as their goalkeeper of the future. Young, fearless, and perfectly suited to Flick's ideas. Garcia is not just a shot stopper. He is almost an extra defender, quick off his line and brave enough to start attacks from the back. And while the goalkeeper position stabilized, the front line was sharpened. Marcus Rashford joined the attack, bringing lightning pace and directness to a team that already had Yamal's spark. Rafinha's fight, and Lewandowski's deadly finishing. With Pedri controlling tempo and Frankie driving through lines, this Barcelona is no longer patchwork, it is a weapon. This is the team Flick will unleash to terrorize Europe this season. But every rebuild carries sacrifice. One of Barcelona's most trusted defenders, someone who understood the high line like a second language, left the club. His absence is not just a missing name on the team sheet. It is a missing voice, a missing anchor, a missing rhythm in the back line. The high line is not only about speed, it is about timing. One defender mistimed by a second and the entire trap collapses. Under Flick, the defense must move like one heartbeat. Without their commander, the line sometimes looks uncertain, exposed to diagonal runs and sudden counters. This is Barcelona's greatest risk. They can score 4, but they can also concede 2. Flick must find a new commander in the back line or risk everything unraveling on big nights. And yet, when the whistle blows, Barcelona look alive. Yamal at 18 plays like the game belongs to him.
He's a chosen one.
Yeah.
He's a chosen one after Messi.
Rafinha presses with fury, then delivers with quality. Lewandowski, though older, remains ice in front of goal. Rashford stretches defenses until they snap. Behind them, Pedri controls, Frankie drives, and Fermin Lopez adds surprise from midfield. The goals flow, the press bites, the crowd believes. This is not the Barcelona that looked fragile in past seasons. This is not the team that stumbled in Europe's shadows. This is a side that suffocates, punishes, and warns. Every pass has intent, every press has venom. They are not just winning games, they are announcing their return. And now, the biggest test. The Champions League draw has been made. Barcelona's group is not simple. It includes a counter-attacking side ready to punish every gap, a possession team built to test their patience, and a physical squad that will fight them in every duel. The group isn't just tough, it's a mirror. Every weakness Barca fears will be tested here. Every game is a trap. Every mistake will be punished. For Flick, the group stage is more than survival. It is proof. Proof that his system can dominate in Europe, not just Spain. Proof that Barcelona are not just loud at home, but deadly abroad. The path is dangerous. The prize is priceless. So here we are. The question is clear. Barcelona under Hansi Flick have firepower, pressing, and purpose. They have youth burning to prove themselves and veterans hungry for one last crown. But they also have a defense still learning to breathe without its old leader. If it clicks, this Barcelona can terrorize Europe. If the high line holds, if the new signings blend, if the press bites like it should, then the roar will echo again, louder, sharper, unstoppable. But if the cracks widen, if the defense falters, if Europe finds ways to bypass the trap, then the pain of last season will repeat. Barcelona are at the edge of greatness. The stage is set, the lights are on, the draw is made. The only question left, will they dominate again or will doubt return? This is not just another season. It is the season that will decide whether Barcelona are reborn as Europe's terror or remembered as a dream that slipped away.